Good evening. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. Patrick from Eight Questions with. Welcome to the show. Um, our guest stunt coordinator Alan Woodman will be here in about 15 minutes or so, and looking forward to talking to Alan very much. He has quite a extensive history as a stunt performer, and he's even dabbled a little bit in front of the camera. That's always fun. He has taught martial arts. He has lived in Japan for 23 years. He also he also ran a stunt academy. He is based in Las Vegas right now. He is based in Vegas, which is a pretty good spot for him, considering that Vegas seems to be really a hot spot now for movie people. There's a nice growing base of film industry people out there, and people are really happy about that. As far as that goes, we've interviewed several artists, several actors, and whatnot have come from Vegas. Of course, we just interviewed Christy Adams, who owns Nightmare Toys, which is also a horror store based for collectors and whatnot. And so they also do a lot of. They also support a lot of the industry in Vegas as well. So Vegas seems to be a really hot and popular spot. Hey, Jaden, how are you, sir? Glad you're here. I know you won't be with us all for the whole show, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Wow, that's one thing about jumping on camera. Once you get on camera, all of a sudden you just got all these. You just keep your hands quiet if you can. All right. So I'd like to say thank you for last night to Christina De Rosa and the wonderful chat that came out in support of the show last night. We had a lot of fun with Christina. She is a lovely person and tremendous talent. And she answered every question we threw at her yesterday, including her little time with a piranhaconda. I'm gonna have to get that movie. Does anybody have a copy of Piranhaconda they can send me? All right. Uh, I don't know if you guys do or not, but um, anyway, so yeah, let's talk about a little bit what's going on the calendar, the good old calendar. So November is rolling along. It's rolling along pretty well. We've had a lot of fun so far this year. As you may know, yesterday's show was our 200th. Yesterday's show was number 200. Today's show is 201. So I'm pretty happy about that. Tremendous support from you folks. Really do appreciate that. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We got more shows coming up. Of course, we always do. Tomorrow night we'll be talking to recording artists, rock vocalist, and published poet Constance Steele will be here with us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Let's see. On Sunday we will be on the road. We will be on the road. We are heading over to JT's, our newest host on the Midnight Society. JT is going to be hosting the show on Sunday, I believe. Hi, Betty. My day was slow, honestly. I really was. I wasn't feeling the best. Still not feeling the best. So just getting through it. I did watch your video though. I watched your. Hey, Gizmo, how are you? Uh, let's see. Hey man, we'll be popping my face on cam pretending on YouTube in a week or so. Some YouTube channels want me to have talk about weird underground films. Oh, awesome. Uh, are you gonna that is that oh yes, I caught some of your interview with Warmstrong. I'm gonna finish that. That's a good interview. Yeah, I can't wait to finish that. I went through. I listened to about 35 minutes of it. You're natural at this, Betty. You really are. So yeah, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, that's a good interview. Nobody wants to hear me. I'm shy. No, I think they get enough of me here. Oh my gosh. That's awesome, Gizmo. Yes. He's a natural too. Yeah, you guys did really well together. I definitely in fact, if you want, Betty, go ahead and drop that interview in the chat. I'll talk it up. Yeah, drop that interview in the chat. That's one everybody wants to should listen to. Um well, I'm glad to hear that you're going to be a guest, Gizmo. I'm s- I, I'm glad about that. And we have a request from you too. Warmstrong not shy. Warmstrong's a natural. He didn't seem very shy. He didn't seem very shy yesterday. That was a smoking interview. Cool interview. He's got a good speaking voice too. I admire people with good speaking voices. Uh, Now this is not going to be our first time talking to a stunt performer on Eight Questions with. We've talked to a few before, but I have found just like anything else, um, they all have different ways to answer different questions. And what I really like about Alan a lot is that he's got a lot of experience. He's worked in the profession for, I believe, over 20 years. And some of his credits that he's worked on will raise your eyebrows. He has done a lot of stunts and a lot of stunt coordinating, including for I mean, let's check out some of these shows that he cut his teeth on. The Greatest American Hero, K9 with Jim Belushi, Loose Cannons. That was with I think Dan Aykroyd. Renegade, the TV series that was written and created by Stephen J. Cannell. He did stunts for Rumble in the Bronx, for Mortal Kombat, the first movie, Mortal Kombat. He did stunts for Batman and Robin, Spawn, which you know we're going to be all over that about. He also did stunts for Nightman. Um, Now that was one syndicated show that I do remember that it came on for a while and at late night, and I didn't really get into it too much, but I heard it was pretty cool. That actually might be a show I might have to dig up. I believe that it did get a home release, a physical release. Of course, knowing my luck, I'll go look for it, and someone will be offering it for like $500. But I definitely would like to see it, Nightman. He worked on Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton movie, Planet of the Apes, which I personally like, the one with Mark Wahlberg. I personally like that movie. I know it gets a lot of hate. It gets a lot of hate, but I think it's fun. I think it's really exciting, and I thought they did a really nice job with it. And the ending, it's just it's a sucker punch, just like it was in the original movie. Let's see, what else has he done? He has done a ton of a horror, a lot of Night of the Tommy Knockers. He's got one coming out that he did the stunt coordinating on. Now, stunt coordinator is the one that sets up all the gags. They set up all the gags. They coordinate all the fights. They coordinate all the falls, everything else. They're in charge of hiring the stunt crew, making sure that they're all vetted, making sure they all have the proper safety equipment. A stunt coordinator is like it's almost like a director. Basically, it's almost like a director. Uh, Hi, Nanette. How are you? Uh, Warsong sounds like a bad guy in He-Man. Oh, he had a mellow voice. Uh, let's see. they're going in some animal human sex territory in the Marky Mark movie. Yeah, they inferred that. They definitely did infer that. But honestly, how is that any different from Howard the Duck, right? I mean, shit, they've had that. They've had that before. That one actually happened. Uh, I'm glad you're feeling okay. Glad you're feeling okay. So, I will let you know what else is going on next week. Next week we have a full slate of shows coming on. Um, we have we have a doubleheader on next Tuesday on the 15th. We have two shows next Tuesday. Two shows. The first show starts at 2:30, and we'll be interviewing Video Tasties, also known as our friend Gareth. He is from the UK. He runs a sensational channel. He also is a fellow interviewer. He has interviewed a lot of fun guests. Actually, he has interviewed some heavy hitters, and so we'll be talking to him about how he's getting some of his guests. What he's, what does he enjoy about doing YouTube? He's practically on every day on his channel. He's doing something on every day on his channel. So we'll ask him how he stays so busy. And how does he find the time to do all that he does? Hey, Slasher Fed, how are you? Wouldn't be surprised. Gizmo says, Howard the Duck. He loved that for all the wrong reasons. Probably because it was just such a bad movie. Uh, and then at 8 o'clock next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Tuesday, we have Ashley Sledge will be here with us. Now, Ashley Sledge is the wife of Ken Sledge, who we interviewed here on the channel a couple of weeks back. And Ashley is the wife, and they are Sledgehammer Horror. We were supposed to do an interview together, Ashley and Ken were, but that it wasn't able to happen. So we rescheduled Ashley to come on to talk about horror films, which I'm always really glad to talk to a woman because I'd like to see how they see horror, because they always see horror differently from a male's perspective. So it's always fun to talk to a woman about horror films and thrillers and suspense movies like that because you don't really see that. You don't really see it very often. Not like this. So we'll be talking to Ashley at 8 o'clock next Tuesday. Next Wednesday, a week from today, we have we have a possum rehabber named Brenda, also known as Possum Mom. She helps and rehabilitates injured or abandoned possums and gets them ready to go back into the wild. We'll be talking to her a week from today. Now, anybody who's watched the show knows that I do love animals tremendously, and this will not be our first rodeo as far as talking to an animal rescuer. We have talked to a couple of already, and so this will be our first time we're talking to obviously a possum rehabber, a possum rescuer, and I'm looking forward to that very much because I've enjoyed watching Brenda's story through her Instagram page, like so many others have. And so she'll be here next week at 8 o'clock, and we will be talking possums. And then on the 17th, Thursday the 17th, we will be talking to our good friend Brandon Slagle. Will be here, film director Brandon Slagle. He is a fast rising film directing. His film director. His star is rising quickly. He is getting more and more bigger films. He's done some really good movies already. I've known Brendan for a very long time, and this is going to be quite an honor to talk to him face to face. And we will be talking. We'll be talking about everything. He's also from a music background as well, which is really really cool too, because I am as well. So we both have that music, and now he's a film director. We also have interviewed Brendan's wife, which is actress Devaney Penn. That's also on the channel too. And so, but now we're going to interview Brendan, and he has done a lot of good movies: Crossbreed, Attack of the Unknown, Dead Sea, The Battle of Taipei. or Saipan. I'm sorry, Federal Saipan. Um, he's done House of Manson, a lot of movies. So we'll be talking to him a week from tomorrow. Um, so yeah, so that's really exciting. We have a fun and different lineup coming up, and we got some good stuff in December we're working on as well. A lot of guys that don't like horror movies. Yeah, I do too. I definitely do. I know a lot of guys that don't. But I think the guys that don't like horror movies outweigh the women that do like horror movies. So the women that like horror movies are in the vast minority. So when you get a chance to talk to somebody about a woman to talk about their love of horror, you always want to get up there and talk about it. It's not horror. If you go on a date with a woman, um, most of the time, if not all the time, you're not going to see them take them out to get to a horror movie first. You'll probably see them doing something a little bit more quiet, then spring on the fact that you're a horror fan afterwards. Um, let's see. Gizmo mentions you have 4 limited Blu-ray releases of Howard the Duck, 2 4K editions, and a DVD. Don't be ashamed of that. You know what? You know what? It still counts as a superhero movie, by the way, Gizmo. Because Marvel. I mean, Howard the Duck did interact with all the Marvel characters, right? You do know that he wasn't just a standalone. He interacted in different magazines. Of course, this comic relief, but he was there. um, yeah, that movie has actually become a cult favorite. I don't I only I think I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and that's all I can handle. That's just I just wasn't interested in it. I never was a Howard the Duck fan, so I passed on that. All right, let's see. Well, we have a new Dollar Tree Theater in play. Last week, and me and the Cheetah will be covering this movie this week. You guys voted for us to watch and review Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. So that won overwhelmingly. Holy crow! That was not even a tussle. Not even the Cheetah came close to interfering with that one. But we got 3 new movies that we put out for this week, and let's see. I think one of them went away. Huh, where'd my oh, I dropped one. What'd you do with the movie, buddy? Uh-oh. I think the cheetah. I don't think that. Oh. All right. I see what the cheetah did with it. Hold on 1 second. I'll get that third movie. I thought this was a lot. I thought we'd do something a little bit different for sure. So we decided to break it up a little bit. We decided to do a little 80s archives, little 80s throwback. Uh, so we did Adventures in Babysitting. I have not seen this movie since it came out. So we're gonna vote. That's one you can vote for. 2, Gamera the Invincible. So we're gonna vote on the origin of Gamera. So if you want to see the first movie of Gamera, watched and reviewed, we're gonna do that one. Go Gamera. And then we're gonna do a true Dollar Tree theater pick. We picked up a anthology film called Terror Tales. Terror Tales, and this one has Jennifer Runyon in it, and also has Felicia Rose from Sleepaway Camp. I actually thought that people would be voting for this movie here. I thought for sure that this movie would run away with Dollar Tree Theater, but no, not even close. So far, but I just put it up yesterday. But right now, the so far the people have spoken, and if we were going to watch the movie today, we would be watching Gamera the Brave, which I absolutely adore. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Betty. See, oh, yeah, that's a real shame what happened to Jeffrey Jones. Yeah, he sort of crashed and burned. Um, let's see, you had Ed Gale in your last film, so I got even more nostalgic to Howard the Duck after. Oh, right, the gentleman who played Howard the Duck. Oh, that's cool. You voted for Terror Tales. Nanette voted for Terror Tales. I really thought that would be running away with it, Nanette. Seriously. I thought, wow, people are going to come over there. They're going to see that Jan Birch is in it and Felicia Rose, and it's going to be just a runaway. Uh, but no, that's not the case. Not the case. Really different. Really different. Did not expect that. Of course, I didn't really expect that Shutter Island would run away with it either, because that's an older film too. I that's an older film. I thought, well, people have already seen that. I don't think they really care about what I think about a big budget movie. I thought they would sit there and go like, yeah, I'm going to do something a little bit more low budget. But he had some problems. Uh, he got in some legal scraps. A little, he hasn't worked. I can't remember the last thing that Jeffrey Jones has done. Let me go see where my guest is at. Let's see. Speaking of Jeffrey Jones, have you ever watched the HBO series Tales from the Crypt? Jeffrey Jones guest star as the episode Creep Chorus played a strict teacher. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what happened. Um, I don't know if he was convicted of that or not. I'm not 100% sure to speak about that, Gizmo. I do know that there was he had a scrape on the law for that. Just like who else had a scrape with that? The guy from the Who had a scrape with that with child pornography. Said he was doing research. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. So I don't think he's worked in forever. Let me. Yeah. I don't even know what's the last time he worked. Wow. So yeah, he's done very little. Yeah, he's done very little. The last thing that he has on his database page is he did a project in 2019. Uh, Hopefully our guest will get here momentarily. Oh, uh, Alan Woodman. He should be here. I mean, he's got such an impressive resume too. I mean, the stuff that he's worked on, I'm just so exciting. Yeah, Jared, the subway guy, he got nailed. I think he's doing life basically. Echo. Hello, Echo. How are you, sir? Yep. Yeah, he's I'm sure Jared is finding the he's finding the whole new definition for the term foot long. I'll be better once our guest gets here. We're talking to Stoke coordinator Alan Woodman. I know that he's in Las Vegas, which is a 3 o'clock or 3 hour time, so he might be in transit. I'm not sure. Um, so we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. I have not heard from him. I pinged him a couple of times, but I have a feeling he's in transit. So we're going to give him a chance to land, and then we'll get going. Um, oh, by the way, I should do this too. Yeah, you're done. You're if you do that, you're done. Yeah, Viva Las Vegas. That's no doubt, Slasher Fred. That's what I said too. Vegas is very it's popping right now. Very it's popping. Um, let's see. Let me drop this on the chat too, because at 10 o'clock tonight, over on Mr. Flickster's channel, Mr. Flickster is celebrating his birthday, and he is having a stream at 10 o'clock. So after we're done here, well, I mean, even if we're not, I mean, Mr. Flickster is having a party, a birthday party, and he is hosting it on his channel. And if you want to go over there and partake of that, by all means, that will be fun to do. I will be there after this stream is over. I will be going over there to give my respects to Mr. Flickster for his birthday. I have a feeling our friends Danny and Gory will be there too. And I don't know who else is going to be there, but I know I have a feeling those two. I'm sure there's some other people will be there as well. Again, tomorrow night we had to reschedule it, but we got her back. We will be talking to poetess, and singer, and songwriter, and actress, and model. Constance Steele will be here with us tomorrow, and looking forward to that. Um, any chance you can talk to a poet, do so. That's rule number one when you do interview shows. Are you a poet? Yes, I am. Let's talk. If you're a poet, show it. Um, Yeah, so like I said, I mean, I'm gonna give we'll give our guest Alan Woodman a few more minutes to land. I have not heard from him, so of course, that always is a nervous thing right there. It's like I do know that he was active on his Facebook 2 hours ago, so I just hope that he's in transit. Sometimes that happens. People are trying to come home, and they get caught in traffic. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Um, so we're with humans that some are gay, some are born in the wrong body, some like girls, some like kids, some like dead people, some like animals. Yeah, I think the human race is deviant in a whole, you know. Um, I don't know about the part about the wrong body thing. I don't get that one myself, but um, that's just I can't imagine what that's like. Um, hey, Lady Valerie, welcome, welcome. We'll be talking to. We're waiting for our guest Alan Woodman to get here from. He is in Las Vegas, and we're waiting for to see if he can get here, and we will get this show on the road. Uh, yeah, I don't know. The human nature it baffles me, Gizmo. It does. My motto in life: eat lots of cookies. Hey, Pete, how are you, sir? I put up my my haul video up, Pete. Yeah. Well, I like them both. I mean, I love people. Of course, I love cats probably more than people, but you know what I'm saying. Let's see, Don Bluth he used to work with Disney and decided directed all kinds of. Yes, I remember that. Was Don Bluth? Wait a minute. Don't please don't tell me that Slasher Fred. Don Bluth was he a no no really no. Yeah, I know him. He did a lot of he did all the Land Beyond Times movies. I thought he was one of the good guys. Oh my gosh. What is the craziest stunt that you've ever seen in a movie? What's the craziest thing you've ever seen in a movie? The craziest stunt. There's been some doozies. Hell, every Jackie Chan movie. I mean, every Jackie Chan movie. I think it's like they're all the Jackie Chan movies, and there's everybody else. We're going to have to ask Alan if he ever worked with Colt Seavers. Uh, yeah, so that's the question right now. I'm just curious. That's when Alan gets here, we're going to be asking him that question. But what is the craziest stuff that you've ever watched in a movie? One where you just like were like, how the hell do they do that without breaking their neck? Um, I could tell you two movies that come off the top of my head. One would be Titanic. Titanic. They had a lot of crazy ass stunts in that movie. And another one they had was Wolfgang Peterson. He remade the Poseidon Adventure, but he called it Poseidon. And actually, the Poseidon Adventure as well. They also did some crazy stunts in that movie too. And of course, it didn't slip past me that both of them were on a boat. Police Story 3. Michelle Yao during the bike stunt. See, Echo says Norihiro Watsuki was behind the anime manga. Oh, what he got for? Yeah, wow, yeah, wow. Okay, yeah. There's people. Yeah. Hey, Hobbs. Michelle Yao. Yeah, she does all her stunts too. I think she's a very accomplished master of the blade. She can handle any edge instrument, edge weapon. Our friend Michael Markov, he also is he's also very proficient in blade weapons. Let's see, no, saying a lot of you. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. Do you still have the watch? I'm sure you do. Wow. But you know what though? It's a cultural thing though, Echo. I mean, I think it's a little bit more, even though it's sort of really bad saying it, but I think it's a little bit more accepted in Japanese culture, you know? I mean, look at schoolgirls. That's a huge thing in Japan. Girls dressed in school uniforms. I mean, even in the cartoons they have. So yeah, it could be a little bit of a more cultural thing. Let's see. Oh yes, the only thing you have in your safe. It was wow. That is awesome. That's so cool. Uh, yeah. Well, it is now 8:20. I always give our guests at least 30 minutes to get here. So I'm gonna give him another 10 minutes, and then if not, then I don't know what happened. I do know that he was on Facebook 2 hours ago, and so he saw I sent him my wow. That would actually be that actually might be the first time I've had this happen. I do believe I've had this happen like this. Uh, wow. Should I interview the cheetah? Actually, he's hanging out underneath the blanket. He was very clingy today. Everywhere I went, he was there. I think he knew that I wasn't feeling the best. Um, if that does happen, which I hope that it's not, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll talk to 8:30, and then if he hasn't come in, then I will just slide this into a regular chat, and then we'll just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, you know what, Echo? I was really surprised. I was surprised he did not make a cameo appearance yesterday when I interviewed Christina De Rosa. I thought for sure that he would definitely be by and saying hello, but he did not. I was just sort of disappointed with that. Yeah, Slasher Fred. I feel like I'm on one of those game shows waiting for the music to end under the host when it asks. Yeah, it's like Jeopardy. Yeah. Yeah, me too. That's what I feel too. In the back of my head, I hear the Jeopardy music playing. It's like, well, our guess, or what's that one? What's my line? The cheetah. The cheetah gets on. He gets on. He's famous. Of course, he's not frog famous. He's not frog famous, but he's famous. Hey, there he is. The mighty Ice Lord is in the house. Hopefully, you're feeling better, sir. We're talking about deviant behavior, Wes. And no, we didn't mention that either. We're talking about weird shit. We're waiting for our guest Alan Woodman to get here. But I have a feeling we're not going to be hearing from Alan because I have not heard anything yet. And he is actually one of the rare guests that has my phone number. So I have no idea what happened. The only thing I do hope is that he's okay. Obviously, that happens too. Every time you get a guest that doesn't show, the first thing you do is you just want to make sure they're okay. You know, good, good. Glad to see that. We got a crazy question for you, Wes. So, what movie have you watched that had the craziest stunt that you've ever seen on a movie screen? Man, there's actually been a lot. Crazy Larry, Dirty there was a Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry that had a crazy ending. Electric Glide in Blue had a hell of a stunt. Showed Robert Blake getting shot off of a motorcycle, and he landed on his ass, and his he when he falls, He hits the ground, he falls, and he comes back up. It's a crazy stunt. Uh, of course, we all talk about Friday the 13th. We have to talk about Kane Hodder. He did some amazing stunt work on the Friday the 13th series. Being underwater all that time, he was a very skilled stunt man. Yeah. Oh man, and the Road Warrior. Road Warrior was crazy, Gizmo. That's right. That's right. I think didn't one of the guys in Road Warrior like almost die from that? He got one of the stunt guys. He came so close to dying. See, also Waterworld with the water slider. Oh, the Twilight Zone. Remember the Twilight Zone? Yeah. Oh, gee. Maybe that must have been the Road Warrior. Did you order food after the West? Oh, yes, I know. I said that. I said that the craziest stunts, and then I said after Jackie Chan, because nobody's more crazier than Jackie Chan. See, the original Friday the 13th is like a version of Agatha Christie's Ten Little Indians. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's. You know, Do you think? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about that, Gizmo. If you're a director of a film, right? You're a director, and that scene happened during one of your films where a stunt person, got did a crazy stunt, but he got hurt in doing it. He got hurt. Let's say he broke his leg. Do you use that? Would you use that shot for your movie, or would you substitute and get another stunt person and reshoot it? Yeah, Twilight Zone, the movie. Oh my gosh, how about this one, Annette? So there was a movie called in 1979 called The Swarm. It was directed by Irwin Allen and down in Texas, and it starred Michael Caine and an all-star cast. It was a disaster movie, and they had 100,000 bees. They had to wrangle. They literally had 100,000 live bees. Only one person got a stung off that whole damn shoot. One person, and crazy. Uh, okay, it is now 8:28. I don't think this show is going to happen, so we will go ahead and just talk. We'll just have a chat. We'll talk for about an hour or so, and then we'll hype up Mr. Flickster. His show is coming on tonight at 10 o'clock. All right. Let's see. Hey, Kal. Let's see. So tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. So that's going to be where Mr. Flickster is having his birthday party. He's doing a live stream, so we'll all roll over there. Um, yeah, I don't know what happened to our guest. I'm sorry about that. I have never had anybody do it quite like this. Um, not just straight out, just like not even bother to let me know. I do know that I sent him the link. I contacted him, let him know the link. We talked on the phone. He knows all the details. So I'm really sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. I just hope that he's all right. And hey, not everything works. But we have a show tomorrow night. We have a show tomorrow night with uh, poet Constance Steele, and we'll be doing that. And then on Sunday we'll be back with the Midnight Society, and we'll be back with JT. He's going to be hosting the show, and I think we're talking Psycho. I think that's what we're doing. That's if this guy can find his copy. I gotta find and Cal, I did see your note about Sleepwalkers. I definitely am all over that. I'm gonna take a look at that, see if I can get my see if I can get my 2 cents into that. I definitely like to get a copy of Sleepwalkers. Of course, any movies with cats in it, you definitely know I'm all about that. Uh, Again, we're doing it's time for Dollar Tree. Yes, that's right. Cat movies rule. If you doubt that, there was a DC movie that came out a few years ago that didn't feature any cats. And because it didn't feature any cats, that show didn't do that well. Oh, wait a minute. I can't really say that because Catwoman was on and that was a car crash. Never mind. Um, so we're doing Dollar Tree Theater voting next week. And me and the cheater we will be watching Shutter Island. Uh, will definitely be. Vixen was good. Oh hell no. Oh, I know you're not. I know you're saying Vixen isn't like this, right? Because Vixen was great. Oh, I know. No, Vixen is cool as hell. Do you got a copy of that, Cal? You know that came out during the Dollar Tree waves. I mean, I had mine before that, but I know the Vixen. I saw that. I saw copies of it during the Dollar Tree waves. Andre, how are you, sir? Dante Wilder and Andy Ruiz one more time, huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, it's funny because I showed my haul yesterday, and I'm just sitting there waiting for everybody to comment, and sure enough, Bones comes over there today and says he says bodies times three looks really good. Just like, Bones is just killing me. Okay. What season did Vixen come on? I didn't I Wow, I didn't know that she was on Legends of Tomorrow. Well, you know what? I'll just have to cross my fingers and hope that people keep donating seasons of Legends of Tomorrow to the library. Oh, she was. All right, all right. Well, I only have season 1 and 6, so I try to get them all before I watch it, so I'm not left hanging. See, Legends one really. All right, I guess that means I need to take a run over to Big Lots. Wow, that's cool. All right. You just got season 7. Nice. Nice. That's one thing that they don't do at the library too often. I get a lot of good movies, but I rarely get series. Once in a great blue moon. I got the season of Doom Patrol. I got that at the library. Um, but I mean, as far as a library copy goes, But as far as the superhero stuff, I thought I would think by now I would see more Smallville, but I have not seen a single season of Smallville since this year. Not one. I had a good haul yesterday. I won't deny that. It was a good one. And next week, I will be getting the Black Phone. I'm sure. Next week I'll get Black Phone because they released it. They released it on DVD, and that tends to be their pattern. They tend to release their DVD, and then they come back and they release the Blu-ray. Uh, see, I believe I have. Oh, I think I got like 7 seasons of CSI. I think the one of the best ones I got the first 7 seasons of NCIS Factory Sealed. That was crazy. Factory Sealed, all the first 7 seasons of NCIS. That was crazy. Yeah, I need to just do that, Cal. You're right. I need to just go ahead and do that. I got 6 seasons. I just need to go ahead and mark the seasons I need and go buy them. I don't know why I'm waiting because I would love to do I would love to do Smallville too. Wow, we got 10 people in here. Thank you guys so much. Considering that the show got blown up today, I really do appreciate it. So that's amazing. Well, this is a historical first. The show number 201 got blown up. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I will be putting up a new review up here shortly. Me and the Cheetah, we did review the Pale Door, and we're going to be sharing our thoughts on that. We watched and reviewed it, and we'll be posting that up here momentarily. Um, uh, Yeah, you know what? You're right. I mean, think about it's the first time I've ever had like I've had guests not show up before. There's been extenuating circumstances around it, but as far as just straight up like not even no call, no show, I've never had that before. I've never had that. I've had confusion. We've had mixed up dates. We've had tech problems, all that sort of thing. But as far as, um, hey, would you want to interview me? And yeah, and then don't show up for your interview. No, I've never had that happen before. So, uh, yeah, you know what? Are you Cal? Are you getting ready to launch your? Are you getting ready to launch it? Your Alfred Hitchcock? You got all this. You got the whole series now, right? Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. No, no, Betty. No, we talked on the phone. We went through the whole thing. No, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I think the only thing could have happened is that he was some sort of accident or whatnot. But yeah, that's what I do. I have to hope for it too. I have to. I hope he's okay. Oh, okay. So you're still looking for seasons. What seasons are you looking for still? That's going to be a little bit harder to find than Smallville. Alfred Hitchcock Presents. That's going to be a little harder to find. Seasons 4 and 5. That's it. Wow, you did good. You've done good. You know what you could do, Cal? You shoot. If you got seasons 1 through 3, you should just start the series now while you're hunting for 4 and 5. Hey, Waffles. No, no, did not get all the Havens yet. Nope, I'm still looking for that one too. Still looking for Haven 4. I'm sure Waffles. Did you hit the Criterion sale? I'm sure Waffles did. Uh, oh, got to get two, but okay. Yeah, it's really weird about Haven. It's like I really believe this. I believe that they ran it for 5 years, but I do think that they had a short printing of season four, which is why it's so hard to find. Every season got like 100,000 copies made, but I think season four only got like 50 made. So I think that's the reason why it's so expensive and it's hard to find. But uh, like they had seasons at the library yesterday, but I just wasn't interested in in the show they offered. Even though I do have a season of it, but I really wasn't into it. That was Rescue Me, and they had the first season of the new Hawaii Five O, but I already had that, so I just left that behind. Oh, I got that, Echo. The one with John Wesley ship. Yeah, I got that. Man. That's a good season. The Flash, 1990. That's so good. I love that show. That show was a lot of fun. It should have gotten. It should have gotten a much. It should have gotten more seasons. That had such a great cartoon. It looked right out of the comics. That's a very underrated. That's a very underrated superhero show. And Mark Hamill came on in there. He played the trickster, and I think he did it twice. Yeah, right. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mark Hamill showed up on the new Flash show too as the trickster. Yeah, they brought. Yeah, he played Barry Allen's father. I thought that was really nice. I thought that was really cool. Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really neat. Yeah, this will be the last season for the Flash. The Flash got nine. They got 9 years out of it. That's not bad. Only one. Only. I'm not sure if they would have gotten 10, but I mean, still 9 seasons. That's pretty good. I think it's the for the CW. I think that as far as their superhero shows, I think that number nine. I think Flash is right behind Smallville in terms of longevity. Yeah. Did I interview Daniel Harris? Well, yes and no. Me and Hobbs and the midnight hour, we did get to interview Daniel Harris, yes, but we did not get Daniel Harris to interview. Our friend Steven from the House of Horrors, he is the one that got us Daniel Harris to come onto the show. So all credit goes to Steven for that. But we did get to talk to her. She did come onto the show. We did get a chance to talk to her. So she was very nice too. She's very nice, very nice lady. See, Smallville got 10 and Supernatural got 16. Well, you know what's really cool about the Arrowverse is how they went back during Crisis of Infinite Earths, and they went and they linked Smallville to the Arrowverse. I thought that was awesome. Danielle Harris, yeah, she's a pixie for sure. I thought that was really cool. Oh, that would have been cool. You know, Drew Barrymore did a movie called Red Christmas, which I have, which we'll be talking about during the Midnight Society when we do our Christmas shows. We will be. Did they really? I missed that. I thought Warner Brothers was going to release a collection of the whole, all the shows that were involved in that crossover. I thought they were going to put them all together and release them as a special event. So you could watch the whole thing, but they never did. I wish they would have. How did they tie to the '89 Batman? Oh wow, okay, yeah. Yeah, Gunnar Hansen, he passed away right before they did Death House. Death House was a bit, well, that was his project, that was his baby, but he died before they could get they he died before they could get it to completion. And but they still managed to put him in the movie as a tribute. Wow, they did release a special edition. Okay, that's that's too funny. But here, of course, right? What'd you think of House of Oh, what'd you think of that? Two different movies, weren't they? The House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. Two different movies. One comes across as a horror movie. One comes across as a crime movie. No, we're doing Christmas. Yeah. Yes, they were talking about it during the commentary for Death House, and they were saying that they're saying that that's yeah that he had passed away, and then they put him in Death House, and they showed where you could see how they did it, and it was a really nice tribute actually. Which one feels like comedy? The Devil's Rejects or House of Thousand Corpses? You're reviving a Christmas horror movies for oh, and Nanette, okay. Nanette and Jimmy are doing Christmas movies. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that. Let's see. David Hess was also supposed to be part of the Chairman Christmas Blood. Um, yes, I saw David Hess. He did the first Airwolf movie. He did the pilot for that for Airwolf. Boy, he died a hard death in that show. Second way better movie. Yeah, I thought the Devil's Rejects would come across more like a better movie, more like a horror drama, more like a crime drama than anything else. Let's see, only Halloween and horror with LeVar Burton. Echo's gonna be Echo Krampus. Let's see. Well, oh, you're doing it with Wes. Well, won't the ghost be upset? What about Jimmy? Jimmy wants to do Christmas movies. I'll also be doing the Christmas movies with Nanette. Okay. Oh, so it's gonna be what the Nanette, Wes and Jimmy show. Devils. The Devil's Reject is not a crime movie. Well, I thought it was William Forsythe leading the band of mercenaries after the Devil's Rejects because they killed his kid or something. It's definitely a horror. Okay, I thought they were chasing a bunch of mercenaries. I thought he had a bunch of mercenaries, and they came after. They're chasing after the Devil's Rejects because they killed his kid. Didn't they kill his kid in the first movie? And the father's coming. Santa's sleigh. I have not. I've not heard that. I do know. Let's see. The Nanette West Jack and Jimmy show. Oh man. Well, I'm going to be doing. I can tell you one movie that I will be reviewing in December. I will finally, after all this time, because I still haven't watched it, but I still will be. I will be watching and reviewing A Christmas Story for the first time. I have never seen it before, but I'm going to watch it. Let's see. Yes, Drew Wallace is in Red Christmas. Yes. Let's see. Echo says he hates that movie. What movie, Echo? Christmas Story? I know because it doesn't have your girl as Sarah Jessica Parker in it, right? You can't even finish Christmas Story because I hate it so much. Yeah, yeah, that's sort of like me with most. Uh, that's like with me and Hereditary. I get it. I get it. I'm like that with Hereditary. It's like, what the hell? I've never heard of anybody hating Christmas Story either, Cal. This is the first for me. I've never, but then again, you know what it is? I think a lot of people are probably the reason why they hate it so much is because TBS they used to run a 24-hour marathon of that. I think they used to run every day, like Christmas Eve. It started like a Christmas Eve, and it went all the way through Christmas Day, and the only thing they show was Christmas Story. There is an after party, Hobbs. There will be a after party. Um, we are all going to Mr. Flixer's house after this. Mr. Flixer at 10 o'clock. We'll all be going over there. Christmas Story top 8 for sure. That old time feel takes me back. Yep, I can understand it. Yeah, I heard that, Wes. I heard the sequel is coming out, and Peter Billingsley was behind it, so that's good. I hear it sounds like it's very cute. Hell, why not? If they brought back Hocus Pocus after 50 years, they can bring back A Christmas Story. Yes, Bob Clark. Uh-oh, Wes Echoes volunteering to do a after party. Um, yeah, Mr. Flixer's on at 10 o'clock, and then after that, I'm not sure who's doing an after party. Party at the Ice Lords. Don't forget tomorrow at 10 p.m. or 10 p.m. 10:15 p.m. After our show, the Midnight Hour will be on, and it will. Are you hosting it tomorrow, Hobbs? Are we hosting? I the cheetah and mine might be making an appearance at Mr. Flixer's party. Yeah, the Boneyard was pretty strong last night too. They were cranking it up till 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 hours and 7 minutes at the Boneyard. Tell you another movie I hate. It's a Wonderful Life. You can't hate It's a Wonderful Life. That's un-American. That's un-American. A Wonderful Life is American Pie. Who hates a Wonderful Life? Oh my God! Is that you, Nanette? You, Nanette? You said that? Oh my God! How could you hate that's crazy. That's like Christmas. Okay, maybe that and Home Alone, but that's Christmas. Oh, you're not American, then you don't like it. Yeah, how could anybody not like It's a Wonderful Life? It's a very sweet movie. Uh-oh. I know. Here we are. Here we are. Everybody's like talking about I don't like all these Christmas movies. Now you didn't hear me talk trash about Halloween movies. Come on now. How could you hate on a Christmas movie? Yeah, but the ending saves it. The ending is hopeful. So is the Christmas Carol. The Christmas Carol is depressing too until the end, and then it turns out to be just a wonderful movie. No, no Halloween, no Halloween end spoilers. Shit. Oh my God. So my Dollar Tree theater movies that I'm going to be voting on, you guys can vote for, is Gamera the Invincible. So that's one of the movies. Gamera Invincible. It's the first Gamera movie. Uh, and then you can vote for Adventures in Babysitting. This is the original movie with Elizabeth Shue. So we can watch this, or you can vote for Me the Cheetah to watch Terror Tales, which is a horror anthology uh, from High Octane. So that last one, the horror tales, that actually did come from the Dollar Tree. Let's see, this came from Bones, a monsters movies. This came from Bones, and I got Adventures in Babysitting. I got that at the library, and I got Terror Tales from Dollar Tree. So there is a little bit of true Dollar Treeism in there. Yeah, every time. Yeah, every time. Yeah, I thought that people would actually be voting for that for Cal. I picked that. And I picked the movies out. I said, I always think which one is going to be voted on for the pick. I always said that I picked that, and I said, I thought it would be that. I thought it would be Terror Tales, but no, it is not. So far, everybody wants to see me and watch Gamera, which which actually makes sense because everybody knows I love kaiju movies. So having me watch and review a Gamera is makes perfect sense. Let's see. See what the eyesore says. Like the movie Scrooged. That was pretty good too. That was pretty good. I have not seen that. I have not seen that for a long time. I definitely want to keep my eye out for that. But I think my favorite Christmas movie or Thanksgiving movie or whatnot is Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. That's oh no, 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 I can't. Okay, All right, so I can't say I hate it, but I don't really particularly care for it, and that's the Jingle All the Way. I did not like that movie too much. Me too, Nanette. The Christmas Carol 1951 is my favorite. No, I can't. I can't echo. I mean, I can't, Cal. It's okay, but I can't. I can't like like no. If I had to watch Christmas Story and Jingle All the Way, I think I watch Christmas Story. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I thought Robert Conrad was really cute in it. I thought he was fun. He definitely had a lot. He seemed to be having a lot of fun in it too. Let's see, Terminator Christmas, Sinbad Postman. All right, Oneth. We're talking Christmas movies now. We're talking Christmas movies, and we're talking about Kalel Daly starting off his Alfred Hitchcock series. Home Alone 1 and 2. Yeah, I like those two. Those guys get crushed. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yep. I got a copy of that at the library. Let's see. I like Haven, but I'm not really necessarily sure that would be like my first call. And oof, I might go ahead and I might try that. Uh, uh, yeah, me too, Wes. That's my favorite John Hughes movie. That's a hard movie for me to watch though. Um, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I might be able to do a series. I might try it. I tell you the show that I would do, Cal, if I got it, and I think it ran 7 seasons as well. If I actually got it, and for right now, from what I understand, it's not in very good condition, for home release. I mean, it's really badly edited and chopped and censored and everything else, which is a real damn shame because I love the show so much. But if they ever released the Outer Limits remake, I would cover that in a heartbeat. I might not be able to do it every single week, but I would cover it. Yeah, Outer Limits remake. I told Craven something scary. I told him that the other day. He was talking about Jordan Peele about his first three movies, and they were talking about his those movies. And I wrote to him. I told Steven, I said, if you go back to Key and Peele and watch that Key and Peele, you'll see that Jordan Peele was doing horror movies back then. There's a lot of sketches in that series that were straight out horror or had horror elements into it. So he was a fan a long time. He's been a fan for a while, but and he did the 2 seasons of the Twilight Zone. I don't know why CBS ended that. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt. I know a lot of people are really into that. A lot of people are definitely into the Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm just like, wow, you got 2 seasons of that show, and why not do more? Why not at least do, you know, what I don't get is why they only do 10 episodes. Make it 15. Yeah, Outer Limits is mine by far. Oh my gosh, the Outer. I mean, sheesh, I watched them all. So good, man. That's I just don't understand why there's no love for that series. That series had everybody in it. They had arcs, they had horror, they had science fiction. I mean, there's just so many. That show was just that show was is the bomb. Yes, I agree with that too, Cal. I watched the Forrest Whitaker one, and that was really good too. That was a really good version of the Twilight Zone. That was the Twilight Zone for Forrest Whitaker did, right? I don't think they. I think they've only brought back the Outer Limits to once. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the original Outer Limits. I mean, it's okay for what it was. For what it was, it's definitely inferior to the Twilight Zone, but but the remake of it, it's just outstanding. Oh, they yeah. So yeah, yeah. And the 90 Outer Limits is absolutely the best. I know. I know. I tell people all the time. Let's say I know a lot of people love including our friend Anthony from Fever Dreamland Theater. I love people say and I respect that. Obviously, they say the best anthology ever made was the Twilight Zone, but I disagree. I disagree. I mean, I think the Outer Limits, maybe because it's the time, because the '90s Outer Limits was able to go farther. They were able to go further than the Twilight Zone was. So oh gosh, yes. Same thing with Outer Limits. Same thing with the Outer Limits. A lot of old shows are like that, though. Man, a lot of the old shows from the '50s and '60s, you watch them today, and you just look around and you go like, man, this show could easily be on today. Yeah, I'm hoping, I keep I keep my fingers open because one of the things that I've been noticing, one of the trends I've been noticing at the library is that when people are donating series, right? They're donating their series, they're donating more than one season. Before it'd just be a season here and a season there, but it seems like everybody is dropping off their entire set. Like I got, you saw with the CSI and the Medium and the NCIS. Um, I got Hogan's Heroes, I got Numbers. People are just donating the entire series, and I'm really hoping that I get some of those. I keep hoping that someone will drop off a whole thing of Tales from the Crypt or whatnot. I love the Pretender. I wish somebody would donate the Pretender. That show was so cool. That's another underrated show. I don't know what happened to Michael T. Weiss though after that show went off the air. I mean, he just, I don't know, he just seemed to disappear. I mean, he just seemed to disappear. I think I've only seen him in one thing since the Pretender went off the air. I think I've only seen him in one thing. He did an episode of Burn Notice, and that is the last time I saw him do. Yeah, this, yeah, I should go. I should go in there and change the sign to. I should go ahead and change. Yeah, I should go in there and change it to Christmas movie and TV talk. I'll do that as soon as the show's over with. I'm going to go ahead and change it over to Christmas and TV talk. Yes, yes, Michael Weston. That show is really. Burn Notice is a trippy show, man. It was a. I tell you the show that I've been wanting to get, um, because I've been seeing clips on it on Instagram and the tube. Man, I want to get that series called Suits. That show was really cool, actually. And Suits is a trip. Jeffrey Donovan is now doing Law and Order, right? Michael Donovan or Jeffrey Donovan. He's in the new Law and Order now. He came on last year when they revived it, so he's back. He's back this year too. Yeah, Burn Notice is cool. And what I really like about it too is you actually get a chance to see Bruce Campbell really do some sustained acting, not just cameos. It seems like Bruce Campbell is that's all he does is just cameos. He never gets a chance to really shine. I know he's in good in Ash versus Evil Dead, but that's it's he should have had shows before this. I don't know if he's I don't know if he's still with if he's in the Pretenders. The let's see. Um, I thought I could be totally wrong on this. I don't think she's gone, but let me double check because Chrissy Hine used to sing for the Pretenders. Uh, yeah, Chrissy Hine, James Honeyman Scott, Pete Ferridan, Martin Chambers. Let's see. No, Hine's been the only consistent member. She's still the only one singing. So Chrissy Hine is still the lead vocalist for the Pretenders. So the Mick Mars one must be different. Yeah, Leverage. Yeah, it's a good show too. Timothy Hutton. I tell you, and Echo. Kal-El. There's another show you could do if you wanted to do it, and I'd be willing to do it with you if you wanted to. It's not that long. I would actually do this with you if you wanted to, but I would like to cover the librarians if you would be into that. I thought the librarians was a lot of fun. I got the whole series too. I Our guest did not. He no showed. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh man, the Librarians is awesome. So much fun. Good cast too. Bruce Campbell, actually, Bruce Campbell's in it in a Christmas episode, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I don't know what happened to our guest, Jaden. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, I like the Pretenders. That's why when you mentioned that, I'm going like, I don't remember Chrissy Hine going anywhere. So let's see. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Long live the Pumpkin Queen. Well, that the Pumpkin Queen is Feruza Balk. Of course, that's what or Jennifer Rubin. I don't know. Hobbs would have to tell us who the Pumpkin Queen is. Yeah, but the Librarians is a fun show. I got all four series. I got the four seasons, but I was trying to find the movies. The movies were hard to find, and then I came into the library one day and I found all three movies. All well, they were right there. One, two, three. The three made for TV movies. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe my luck. I'm like, that's amazing. Um, no, I missed that. I'll have to go back and listen to it. All right, we still got about 45 minutes to before the Mr. Flickster birthday party. So I hope I all see you over there to give Mr. Flickster a happy birthday. Um, Chris turns 37 today, so we'll be going over there and celebrating with him. That'll be a lot of fun. And then Echo said that he's hosting the after party. When did after parties become a thing? I noticed that after the midnight hour recently, as soon as the midnight hour is over with, there's an after party. I don't. I when was that? Is that a thing? Is that a thing now? Um, I think doing retrospective of TV shows. I'll give you this right here. I think when you do retrospective of TV shows, I think it's better when you have a partner. I mean, I'm doing one. I did one for A Man Called Hawk. I'm doing one for Tucker Switch. But I got to tell you, I think if you have a partner to do a show, that's the reason why I think that's the reason. If you notice that they do retrospective shows like for Scrubs and for Smallville, there's two people there to do it so they can bounce off each other. I think it's best that way. Echo Side, that's right, Echo Side, back in the house, aka the After Hour Party. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's just like a new thing. As I see other people doing it too. How I It's like, wow, you guys just got done talking for like 5 hours. It's like, well, let's do the after party. Well, aren't you guys tired? 4 hours? That's a long time to talk. Well, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jaden. I'll drop it right here. This is Mr. Flixer's channel right here. And this is where we're going after the show's over with. Yeah, he wasn't too happy. But you know what? I told him, I said, there's the chances are very good that both teams will be there next year, so he can get revenge. The Phillies are a good team. They have a lot of good. They have a good team, and I can see the Phillies going back to the World Series next year. But I hate the Astros. I hate the Astros just as much as I do the Red Sox. Well, who's ready for cheaters? Hell, they're still cheating even in this series, using illegal bats. Just like, seriously. I mean, you guys already got busted doing that shit anyway, and here they are just, I'm using this bat. Well, no, you're not supposed to. Oh, I didn't know. Of course you did. Yeah, they did. They cheated. Everybody knows they cheated. If you want proof of how badly they cheated, I'll tell you how badly they cheated. They cheated so bad that you look at the AJ Hinch went to the Tigers. That team sucks. It's gotten worse since he's been manager. You got Joey Cora, who was in Boston, who they cheated. Boston cheated. Then they came back after suspending him for a year. He comes back and forced to play the game straight, and the Red Sox finished in last place. So, what does that tell you? Both managers, they can't manage for shit. If they're good managers, how come their teams aren't better? How come Boston finished in last place? Boston wasn't supposed to finish in last place. They were supposed to challenge for a playoff spot. Uh, no, Hobbs said no. I offered Hobbs a chance to break our tie. For the cat food challenge. But Hobbs said no. Hobbs said nope, never gonna happen. Because I ate cat food last year. Hobbs ate cat food this year. Actually, he wimped out though. He only ate 4 pieces of dry food. That's I ate a spoonful of wet food. Popped open the can, put my spoon in it, and took a bite. I tried telling him, says your chances of winning are so much greater this year because the Steelers suck. The Steelers are playing for the number one draft choice. I can see the Steelers going 2-15. I can. So, uh, well, what are some of the shows or movies that you'd like to see us cover on the Midnight Society? Is there any particular show or genre or action star, horror star? Is there anybody in particular you'd like to see us cover? We might be doing some nights where we're just talking about a certain individual. To see what talk about their career. Hellraiser. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people mention that. I've seen a lot of people mention Hellraiser. Um, do I think the Pickett is going to be? I don't know. You know what? I think it sucks that they threw him into the mix. I would not have played him this year, Cal. I would have put his ass on the bench. I would let him have a clipboard, and I let him watch it. Watch the game. I let him, and then I would have gave I would have started Rudolph. I would have made Mason Rudolph the quarterback. I mean, as it is, you put him in a bad situation, and guess what? Pickett's already got. He already got a concussion this year. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's terrible. That's bad news. because you look at those players, man, you start keeping track of that shit. Like, okay, you got a concussion. How many more concussions are you going to take before you quit? That's right. I'm rooting for Mason Rudolph. I think he deserves a shot. Let him have a shot. He's certainly a lot better than bitch Trubisky. That guy's never won anything. He's a terrible NFL quarterback. He's never won anywhere he's been to. He's never won. He's terrible. Mason Rudolph, at least he's won games. All the Steelers slappies. That's my quarterback. Hell, you could have him. He's terrible. Yeah, but he's a veteran quarterback. He's supposed to be able to handle that. He's supposed to be able to come in there and deal with that. Whereas Pickett needs to learn. It's terrible when you rush quarterbacks into your team like that. It's a sink or swim, and it's a terrible thing to watch. It doesn't always work. You see a lot of quarterbacks come out there and they struggle like hell. Yeah, exactly. Look at the Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield got thrown into the mix like that. Uh-oh. People are running away from sports talk. Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna keep this going for like another 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm gonna shut it down, and then I'll shut it down and take a little break, and then we'll all come back to we'll come back and head on over to Mr. Flixer's crib and celebrate uh, South Korean horror on the Midnight Society. You say? You know what? I, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Yes, I agree. I will do that. South Korean horror is amazing. I love South Korean horror. They put out some great movies. Um, Evil Dead be good for the series. Oh, I would I wouldn't mind covering the Evil Dead movies, but I don't think we couldn't do the TV series on the Society. We couldn't do that, but we could do the movies, and I'd be down with that. Yeah, I'd be all right with that. But I like the South Korean horror too. I like that because they do sensational movies. Let's see. How about a month of Danielle Harris month? 4 movies from her. Man, you know what? I would love to talk to Danielle Harris. I would just love to know one question. I would like to know if she knew in Redwood Massacre Annihilation. I would like to know if she knew about that necrophilia scene. I'd like to know if she knew that was coming. Man, I that was whew, wow. That was a mind blower. Um, and speaking of Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton, I guess they were at the Halloween Ends red carpet, and they went up to Jamie Lee Curtis, and they introduced themselves and told them who they were and what part they played in the series. And Jamie Lee Curtis told them face straight to their faces that she didn't know who they were because she'd never watched their movies. I'm telling you, some people, I don't get it. I don't understand Jamie Lee Curtis. She confuses me. I mean, why not just look at the two girls and sit there and say, "That's awesome." What thank you so much for what you did to the series, and at least track down. Hey, deep fried awesomeness. Yeah, but I would never tell. I would never tell. I would never tell Danielle Harris and Scout, or tell anybody like I don't know who you are. I've never watched your movies. I mean, it's like, wow, really? That's the best you got. That's wow. That's really insensitive, and it hurt both their feelings. They did their podcast. They did their podcast. They were talking about the experience and how terrible it was. And you know what? It's really sad and very disrespectful in the way she handled that. Very disappointing to see that from Jamie Lee Curtis. It is rude, very rude. I don't know I don't know what she was thinking. I mean, at least try to sit there and try to engage with it. Like, I generally don't watch horror films. I don't even watch myself. But what movies were you in? Let me write them down, and I'd love to go ahead and see how you handled your characters. At least try to make conversation with them. Just to dismiss them like that. Wow, that'd be that is rude. Yeah, that was really rude. I mean, Wes, I just am disappointed to hear that. I read that story and I was just really disappointed to hear that. Because the two girls, Danielle and Scout, they have a podcast, and so they shared their experience. And someone else who wrote about it commented that, you know, it's hard to believe, really. Now, when this writer mentioned this, it's hard to believe, but they said that this was like the first major event that Danielle Harris and Scout have ever been invited to. They have never been invited to a big release party like this, because they're independent actresses. They do little red carpets for their movies, but they never get invited to the huge studio parties like this one. Red carpet. This is their first one, and they go there after all this time in the industry, all this time. I mean, Danielle Harris has had a tremendous career, and that's your experience being told like I don't know who you are. Wow. Well, she has no reason to talk mean about anybody. Jamie Lee Curtis is like one of the last people to be able to talk shit about anybody. Hmm. Well, that's disappointing to hear. I guess she just wants to be done with it so bad that she didn't care. I mean, maybe she was just, it's hard to say. It's hard to know Jamie Lee Curtis's intentions or motivations. I mean, she said I read in her interview that she didn't like watching horror films, and she's never considered herself a screen queen. She says if other people see her as that, that's how they see her. They see her as that, but she's never seen herself as a screen queen. She saw herself as the original Final Girl, but she didn't see herself as a screen queen. All right. Well, on that note, it's 9:35. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I will see you guys in about 25 minutes. We're all going to be heading on over to Mr. Flixer's place, celebrate his party, and the party starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So in about 25 minutes, we'll see you over there. thanks for coming by, and sorry about our guest. I'll let you know if he's alive or not. Hopefully, I'll let you be able to tell you about that tomorrow. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with singer and poet and actress and model Constance Steele will be with us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And then yeah, so thanks for coming out, and we'll see you tomorrow, or we'll see you a little bit later. Peace. Ta-da. Yeah.